Welcome to all of you. Today we discuss the important questions from the subject drugstore and business management. Let us start with the questions and their specific answers. The process of transferring debit and credit from general to ledger account is called posting. Next, trial balance is a statement. Next, cash book is a principal book. Next, which of the following ratios is the best indicator of a pharmacy's profitability? That is net profit to net worth. Next, the acceptable ratio for net profit to net sale would be 5 to 7%. Next, the acid test generally measures a pharmacy's liquidity. Next, liquidity generally expresses a pharmacy's ability to meet its current liability. Next, which technique is used to finalize inventory order? That is economic order quantity, EOQ. Next, uniform part of a loan raised by a company are known as debentures. Next, the supply order is a legal document. Next, license required to start a new retail drug store is issued by drug inspector. Next, a person who is interested to start a retail drug store must be a registered pharmacist. Next, a chemist shop deals only in drugs and so is an example of single line store. Next, the preparation of trial balance helps in locating error of commission. Next, a ledger is book of secondary entry. Next, the impressed system is issued in relation to petty cash book. Next, the proof of equality of debit and credit balance is called trial balance. Next, goods purchased on credit will be recorded in purchase book. Next, indirect expenses relating to the businesses are transferred to profit and loss account. Next, financial statement record is money transaction. Next, for comparison, financial statement required for at least 2 years. Next, which of these is a current assets? Account receivable. Next, net working capital stands for fixed assets minus current liability. Next, which of the following would generally be considered the fixed assets of a pharmacy? Fixtures and equipment. Next, which of the following categories indicates the use of a drug is restricted during pregnancy? That is X. Next, which of the following is generally not included in current assets? That is account payable. Next, which of the following ratios generally indicates the efficiency of a pharmacy? That is inventory turnover rate. Next, the balance sheet does not contain normal account. Next, left hand side of an account is known as debit side. Next, ledger of a business is principal book. Next, trial balance is prepared from ledger. Next, current ratio is balance sheet ratio. Next, trial balance is prepared in the end of accounting prepared. Next, a budget is a quantitative statement. Next, the balance of cash account shows cash in hand. Next, which one of these is generally considered as the standard of the current ratio, that is 2:1? Next, a ledger contains personal account, real account and nominal account. Next, number of columns in a journal is 5. Next, the transactions are recorded in ledger account wise. Next, real account generally shows debit balance. Next, the explanation of a journal is known as narration. Next, each journal entry involves a minimum of 2 accounts. Next, evaluation aims at performance of individual. Next, a banker is both principal and agent. Next, ABC analysis is based on consumption value of material. Next, inventory is a significant part of cost. Next, VED analysis is used for spare parts. Next, business is an economic activity. Next, Indian Contract Act was passed in 1872. Next, the registration of partnership is optional. Next, economic order quantity aims minimizing both carrying cost and ordering cost. Next, recruitment process considered as positive. Next, fixed rate of dividend is given to preference shareholders. Next, purchase indent is an internal document. Next, bank provide finance to business for long term, short term and medium term. Next, drug samples worth ₹5,000 were distributed to physician. The amount should be debited to advertisement account. Next, in the journal, transactions are recorded data-wise. Next, credit balance of a ledger account is denoted by axis of credit side over debit side. Next, in a mail order business, goods are sold on cash. Next, safety stock is used for emergency to meet unforeseen demand. Next, channel of distribution is zero level in manufacturer to patient. Next, inventory is comprised of raw material, general store machineries and finished products. Next, patent, copyright, trademarks comes under intangible assets. Next, in assets account, increase are placed on left side. Next, the term transaction in business refers to transfer of goods. Next, plant and machineries are appeared on debit side of balance sheet. Next, prepaid expenses will appear in asset side in balance sheet. Next, the business financial year generally ends on March 31st. Next, a type of account relating to losses and income is nominal account. Next, which of the following is capital reserve? Share premium account, capital subsidiary received from government, and evaluation of fixed assets. Next, which of the following will appear in source of fund in fund flow? Those are increase in share capital, increase in secured loan, and fund from operations. Next, in the two-bin system, EOQ take into account annual demand, unit of cost item, and cost of one supply order. Next, after passing diploma in pharmacy, the candidate has to undergo practical training of 500 hours. Next, pooled commission means equal share of commission on total sale. Next, installment of term loan payable within a year is current liability. Next, debit what comes in and credit what goes out is a basic principle of real account. Next, the exchange of goods between foreign producers and foreign consumers come under interport trade. Next, buying of item from foreign country is called import. Next, advertisement and salesmanship help to remove the unawareness. Next, industry creates needs. Next, warehousing is done to save place. Next, a company which by its article limits the number of members to 50 is private company. Next, the perpetual inventory system includes bin card, store ledger, and continuous stock taking. Next, the bank deposits, which serve as the principal medium of circulating medium of exchange, comes under current deposits. Next, recording of transactions in the journal is called generalizing. Next, in a drug store, expired drug formulations are called absolute items. Next, itinerant retailers operate its business from moving stall. Next, granulator purchased on credit will be recorded in journal proper. Next, bank charges by the bank are recorded on the credit side of cash book. Next, in ideal drug store, the inventory is at level between excessive and inadequate. Next, in retail drug store, the medicine is arranged according to manufacturer, pharmacological action, and alphabetical order. Next, when a firm maintains a cash book, it is not necessary to maintain cash account in the ledger. Next, the number of partners in a firm has been specified in the Company Act 1956. Next, a wholesaler serves as linkage between manufacturer and retailers. Next, retailers have direct link with consumers. Next, each transaction has double effect is shown by dual aspect concept. Next, coding of items helps in handling of store items. Next, the buying and selling of pharmaceutical items for making profit is called trading. Next, price of a drug depends on cost of raw material, government regulation and its consumption. Next, selection of a drugstore site depends on cash in hand, hospital proximity and hygienicity of the place. Next, alphanumerical codification is suitable for large-scale organization. Next, induction training is meant for new employee. Next, the layout of drugstore depends on rule specified in Schedule N. Next, the oldest form of business organization is sole proprietorship. Next, which of these data of marketing research is more reliable? Primary data. Next, bank is an organization which deals in deposit, loans and money. Next, balance sheet shows the financial position for particular data. Next, partners who are neither entitled to take part in the management nor do they invest and get a share of profit are called silent partner. Next, scrap and surplus disposal helps to reduce investment, release surplus fund and make available place. Next, which of the following level help to control excessive investment in inventories, that is maximum level. Next, which of the following level of material cautions against stock out, that is minimum level. Next, according to principle are described by term like both accounting conventions and accounting concepts. These are accounting principles. Next, repair made to tableting machine amounting rupees 10,000 should be charged to maintenance account. Next, the difference between debit side and credit side of an account is called as balance. Next, the latest development in the field of budgeting is zero-based budgeting. Next, in fund flow statement, the term fund means current liability minus current assets. Next, the statement generally included in financial records are income statement and balance sheet. Next, direct expenses concerned with business are transferred to trading account. Next, salaries outstanding given in the trial balance is recorded in the balance sheet. Next, which of the following account will invariably have a debit balance, that is amount receivable account. Next, a customer check returned dishonored is recorded in cash book. Next, trial balance helps in preparing trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Next, if 51% share of a business organization is in hand of government, then it is government company. Next, the minimum qualification to start a retail drug store is D pharmacy. Next, item constitutes 60 to 70% of total inventory and require 20% of the total investment on inventory comes under class C items. Next, all of the following indicate the ratio that measures the efficiency of a pharmacy. Those are inventory turnover rate, net sales to inventory and net sales to net working capital. Next, what would be the acceptable ratio for 10-year-old pharmacy's net profit to net worth, that is 15%. Next, which of the following is true about net profit to inventory ratio? It indicates profitability as well as the efficiency of pharmacy. It can be used for new and old pharmacies, and it increases with an increase in sale of the pharmacy. Next, which of the following classes of recalls should be considered a potential hazard to health? That is class 1. Next, the published list price of a particular product is average wholesale price. Next, the actual price paid by a pharmacy after alternate volume and cash discount is actual acquisition cost. Next, the maximum amount that will be paid by a third party to a pharmacy when the drug is available from more than one source is defined as MAC, maximum allowable cost. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.